thanks for joining me. Today we're on a rock hunting expedition, and we're going to head over to my neighbor Bob's house. He's got some big rocks up on his land that he was wondering if I could take and bring my track loader over and pick them up so we can move them down to some landscaping. And like you see here, rocks are pretty plentiful. This one, a little too big for me to haul with my track loader. He's got some smaller rocks over there that he would like to see if I can drag down to his property and use those in his landscaping. So stick around and we're going to go ahead and go on a rock hunting expedition. All right, so we made it over here to neighbor Bob's, and here's kind of what his rock garden looks like. And it looks like he's been busy stacking rocks and pulling them out of his land and everything he wants to do there. And he's got a little bit of an empty spot up here that he would like to try and put another rock into. So we're going to go up back and see what we can find and try and get the perfect rock in there and see how it looks and if it works, and probably pull a couple more out of there. So Bob, how long have you been working on this over here? For how many years have you been working on trying to get this taken care of?
Well, probably about 4
years. So
yep.
you've been busy up there. And what kind of tractor do you have that you've been doing all this with?
A Massey Ferguson 1528 with a bucket.
And how many horsepower is
28.
that? 28 horsepower. And he's been going up there and pulling out all these big rocks and stacking them in here, making the landscape look pretty. So I think this is probably the size of rock we're after today, huh?
Yep.
So something up there about that size, and just fill in a couple more. So we're gonna go take a trip up back and see what rocks we can find, and see if we can't use the track loader to bring them down here and get a couple in. So we've been up here driving around. I've got Bob with me, and we've come across a couple rocks on his property. It's amazing how rocks out here in the wild just kind of pop up out of nowhere, where they just show up. So we think that's one that we'd like to get, and I'll bet that's a 500 or 600 pound rock, you think? So we'll try and get that one scooped out of here, and we'll go down and we'll take a look for the other ones that he's noticed over the time up here looking. There's a big one there, but we're going to leave that one because it hasn't popped out of the earth enough yet. Here's the second one that we're going to try and sneak out of here. Again, that's another 500 or 600 pound rock. Try and get both of them in the bucket here, and then there's one further down by the house that we'll go take a look at. So we're riding here along with Bob, and he's telling me about a rock over here. And I'm not sure, hopefully you can see that one into the steep ravine. But I guess, Bob, tell me that story real quick.
That was my first attempt to get down to the house. I was rolling it along, and it got away and rolled down over the bank.
Rolled right out of the bucket on you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's sometimes those big ones. Again, that's another 600-700 pound rock, and you're trying to handle those things with a 28 horsepower tractor with, I don't know what the lift capacity on that would be.
I was basically pushing it.
Yeah, okay, so as you're pushing it, then it took the path of least resistance.
Yep.
Went right over the ravine. So we'll leave that one in there because that's a little too hard to get to right now. So that one's a landscape rock for the woods for today. So we'll head down and go find the other one, or the third one we're looking for. Now here's the third rock we want to come and get, and it looks like by the scratches on it, Bob, you've worked your magic on it and getting it down this far anyhow. So we'll head back and drop Bob off and go get the track loader. get it here, or where do you think?
More up.
Okay. Well, I'll just shift over and try and get it on that flatter spot. Alrighty. I don't know how well it's going to come out of the bucket, but we'll see what we can do. Just stay on the high side in case it wants to roll.
Yep.
That ain't good. You have a little rock you can chalk behind it? That ain't good.
Set it down a little bit. Drop the bucket a
You have a
little.
little rock you can chalk behind it?
He said drop the bucket a tiny bit. Wow. Don't know how it managed that.
I hope you got that.
That was nice.
Well, I think I gotta go home and change my underwear. I need to reassess that because that came out of the bucket a little bit wrong. Huh, well, it didn't hit a tree, it didn't hit the house.
Didn't be down 322.
And then I was in low speed and I'm thinking, oh, there's no way I can make this go faster. So, well, I'm gonna do it a little bit different this time. So, I don't know what, but I'm gonna put it in high range this time though, in case I gotta chase it down again. Well, Bob, I'd have to say that was one of the more eventful days of my life.
Exciting.
I think the only time I've ever been more nervous was when I lost my eye in in a skid loader. But boy, when that one got away from me, it really startled me there because it took off downhill, and all I could think was we're either going to crash through a house and it missed the pine tree. It somehow miraculously bounced and rolled around the pine tree, and then all I could think was it's going right for the neighbor's house.
Yep.
If you'll pan down here real quick, I think what happened was I was trying to get it to slide out of the bucket, and it got caught on these cutting edge bolts and wouldn't slide, and it just literally tipped it up out of there and didn't slide like the way we wanted it to. But you know, as you can tell, these rocks, I think I might have underestimated the weight of them. I'll bet they're closer to 1,000 pounds. 1,200 to 1,000 pounds, and then that one we brought was probably 1,400 pounds, somewhere around there. When they're up in the woods and all on their own, they don't look real big, but
Yep.
so now what do you think you're going to do with these two?
I'm not sure. Ask the wife what she wants done with them. Let her call you next time.
Yeah?
Move them again.
Well, I don't ever mind helping out. It's it's always fun, but
I appreciate it.
yeah, like I said, I'm glad you called, and I'm glad you decided to be in the video. I think you'll enjoy it. And your daughter and wife can watch the event for today, and they won't believe what they saw either.
Right.
And please holler if you're going to try and manhandle these around. 'Cause
Okay.
these will tip your tractor.
Oh yeah. They won't even pick them up.
All right, well, I think that's going to end the video for today. And if you liked what you saw, and I know I sure didn't like watching that boulder roll away from me, because boy, that the sheer panic falls right in place when that happens. But if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share the video, and we'll see you on the next one.